Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
And welcome back to Madden NFL 2005 Magicians franchise.
Yes, and in week one of our very first season, we got the privilege of playing the Alcatraz Lifers, who are a cupcake team. And we got all sorts of records that we set. So we broke the record for most points scored in a game. I think we scored over 70 points.
Yep.
And outside linebacker Vince Freeborg got 8 sacks, which is an NFL record. And, yeah, there it is, 76 points we scored.
Nice.
And also Gaffney, our quarterback.
Oh, one up.
I believe, set the record for most touchdown passes in a single game with 9.
Yep.
So we were setting records all over the place in week one. So now we're going to go on to week 2 feeling very confident and all ready to go as we go up against the St. Louis Scorpions, who are a little bit better, at least on paper, than the Lifers. And it looks like they won their first game, too. So, here we go.
We'll see if we can stand up to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't really tell what kind of team we are just by playing against and kicking around another cupcake team, right?
Yeah, because anybody could do that.
Yeah. So I guess this will be a real test. We're actually playing an actual real average level team, right?
Yep.
However, we definitely padded some stats for some key players in week 1. Okay. So it looks like our key players are tight end Willie Hutchinson, right end Tiki Love, and quarterback Benjamin Gaffney.
It would seem so, yep.
Yeah. And here we are, and it looks like it's a home game. And we won the toss, and I think we're going to elect to defend this end.
Teams are taking the field. We're ready.
Then we'll set up our audibles like usual. And, of course, I'm going to be putting a little more emphasis on the fullback game here. Because, of course, I've got a fullback in the fullback 2 spot who actually can catch the ball a little bit. So you're going to see more throwing to running backs out of the backfield than we usually see with the Crusaders, right?
Well, they got speed at wide receiver, though. And speedy tight ends.
Yeah, both of them, hey?
Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure if I'll be able to play press against these guys, though.
Well, what I do if I'm playing man coverage and I choose to play press coverage sometimes is quite often I'll play a cushion until I get on my side of midfield, and then I'll start to play press coverage when they no longer have enough field to be able to throw the ball over my head and to faster receivers, right? At least that's the way I do it anyway. Okay, well, here we go with the kicking adventure. In our game with the Crusaders earlier today when we were recording it, I think I kicked the kickoff out of bounds, and I kicked a couple to the opposite side of the field from where I was aiming, and
Yeah, you were thoroughly all over the place.
oh, oh well, hey, this one's going to stay in play. It's in the, again to the completely opposite side of the field to where I was aiming, but at least we didn't get a penalty.
It's fine.
It's first and 10.
I'm terrible at the kicking game. I just can't believe it.
They line up in the I formation. Johnson. Fisher makes the tackle at the 25. 1 yard gain on that play.
Well, so far so good for that.
Yeah, not bad.
And they need about 9.
Oh, this is like single back with 3 receivers on one side, hey?
Seems so, yep.
Back. Pressure coming.
Ooh.
Gets the pass off. In and out of his hands.
Well, that drop might have been because the quarterback was getting hit as he was throwing it too, right?
Yeah, well, it didn't exactly come out cleanly, that's for sure.
High-powered offenses aren't very high-powered when they don't have the ball.
The corners playing off a bit.
Well, they got a double tight end off out there.
With the pass.
And they've got everybody blocking.
That's okay. Alfred Martin there just got hurt. He's their first string guy.
He's a star wide receiver, yeah.
Jill, what's up?
I had a chance to talk to Coach Mora just prior to the game, and he said that when they were breaking down film this week, they were able to pick up a couple of different keys that he's hoping they'll be able to exploit in this one.
All right, Jill, thank you for the update. Backing off. Newman starts out of the shotgun. Pass play here on first down. Throws it.
Wow.
Brings him down.
That was a hot potato.
Newman completes the pass. Good pickup about.
But we all know they catch those.
Yeah, well, that one was at the tops of his shoes, too.
5th play of this drive. They need about 3. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. They line up in the I formation. Hand it off. Big hit on the ball carrier.
Well, a modest gain.
And I managed to keep him from making a first down.
Yep. And now when they drop back to pass, you've got a chance to get a pass knockdown or something like that. Because they're probably going to do like a play-action pass here or something, right?
Oh, probably.
Oh, maybe not. And I don't know if there are any play-action passes from split backs, but a pass still seems likely. Oh, no, he handed it off.
Abraham records the tackle at midfield. Another 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you, this time they went to the ground, but it doesn't seem to matter what they're calling out there. When it gets to 3rd down, it's about to be 1st down.
Thanks, John.
Scorpions line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. He'll get the ball again. Number 57 pulls him down at the 47-yard line. 2-yard gain.
See, they only picked up a couple of yards on the other handoff out of the split backs too, but it was 3rd and inches, right? So this time around, they're probably going to have to go back to a pass now.
47-yard line. Jill, what have you heard about the injury?
The trainer tells me that it's some kind of knee injury, but he doesn't think that it's too severe. They're planning on running a few more tests.
Wow, those guys are slow about moving into position.
Oh, that's okay. He ran back across the line of, or the first down marker there. So.
Yeah.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
I don't know. Those guys move so slowly. I don't know. I think I'd probably reconsider using that particular type of audible.
Newman with a man in motion.
Oh, now he's a fullback.
Closing in, flings it to the outside.
That would be, I think, Freeborg's work.
Yep.
The incompletion.
You know that the defensive coordinator loves it. He could drop additional guys back in coverage, but still get pressure.
Well, it's your signature thing, right? They make it to about the 40-yard line and no further.
Well, they do make it a little bit. They have already made it a little further than the team in the Crusaders game all game.
Here's the punt.
But yeah, apparently this is a signature of mine.
And he chooses not to return this one.
Yeah, you just put up a no trespassing sign at the 40-yard line.
It's just about ready to call their first play of the game. So they have first and 10.
Well, we're in a bit of a hole here.
Shields, the man
I think, to be honest with you, what it is I'll stop them at the 40, or they'll score.
They'll pass on the first down. On the move. Great throw. Smith stops him at the 13-yard line. Looks like he's just shaken
Well,
up
shit.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's our fullback, our other fullback.
It's second down and 3 to go.
Yeah, now we're going to have a tight end or somebody in there. Oh, it's Collins.
Looks like
That's a
he's
tight end.
changing the play.
I think.
Yep.
Gets rid of it. And it's complete. Dixon records the stop at the 20-yard line. Perfect pass. Great catch, and that'll move the chains. First and 10.
Oh, my.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Hand it off. Jackson with
That was a pretty good run.
Yeah, it didn't turn out too bad.
5 yards to go.
Well, there, made a couple of positive yards.
That was a 3-yard run.
Yeah.
Fifth play of this drive. 2 yards to go.
Smells like a linebacker blitz.
Yep.
Pressure on the run. Swings this pass to his running back out on the right
Ooh,
side.
I just barely made it. I thought I wasn't going to make it there for a second.
Well, thankfully.
Making great decisions and getting the ball to the right guy.
And Johnson's a decent player, though.
Very well
Yeah.
right now.
Well, I was just lucky. I guess he that defensive back went low and cut his feet out from under him, and he fell over the first down marker.
Again with the carry. Drop behind
There just wasn't anywhere to go there.
You know, Johnny always seems
Yeah,
to be in
well,
perfect position to make a play.
At least
He's
we
all
didn't
about
lose
effort.
any
His
yards,
ball is
right?
always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
Gaffney sends a man in motion. Looking downfield, throwing on the run.
Oh, I threw it to the wrong guy.
Small gain, now looking at 3rd and long.
This is where the defense
Actually, that was a small loss. That was a pass for a loss.
Yes,
Ow.
that was actually a pass for a loss, but, well, what
Here is
can you
a
do?
3rd and long situation. Scorpions come out on a nickel package. Collins in motion. He surveys the field. Scrambling. He'll keep it. The 40.
Hey, Gaffney's pretty fast. He's like got 72 speed, right?
They get him in a 3rd down situation.
So he can run a little bit when he has to.
Does he actually?
Right there,
Yes, he actually does. See, here, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 71. Yeah, he's got 71 speed. And decent acceleration for a quarterback, too, right?
Wow, go figure. I didn't know.
So, yeah, in situations like that, if I see some room, I can pull the ball down and run, eh? And I knew I could have thrown it to that one guy who ran the curl there, but I kind of figured that
He wouldn't pick up the first down.
he wouldn't pick up the first down even if he catches that, right?
On the carry. Number 59 records the tackle at the 50. Picked up about 6 yards that time. This is the 10th play of this drive. About 4 to go.
Stop waving your hands.
Calling it on.
Yeah, stop waving your hands and tap your left ass cheek instead.
Throw, and he hits his target. Dixon pulls him down at the 42.
Because that's what the quarterback does when you call those
Things are really slowing down for him
hot
right now.
route stick hot
He's seeing the
routes.
coverage and
Yeah.
finding the open man within.
Playmaker stick hot routes.
He's really in some kind of rhythm out there.
Wow, look at this. Didn't I just throw a pass for a first down?
Traffic. Going to the air on first down. Throws on the move. And he makes the grab. Number
Well, that guy
59
could swim in
makes the
midair.
play At the
Yep.
35-yard line. Hutchinson didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the pick.
Fullback handoff.
Hey, made the first down on the ground.
Nice.
Big guy got the call.
And the thing that got him past the
That'll be
marker
good for the
was
clock,
great
too.
blocking up front.
Yep.
Those guys did a heck of a job that time.
Looks like he's changing the play. Gaffney with a man in motion. Johnson. Solid hit. Just punched it.
And the thing is, when you get
I think I got
Wow.
more than 1 yard there. Man, oh man.
Stingy, stingy, stingy.
That was a terrible spot. Man.
They'll convert for the first down if they can get the ball inside the 21.
I can't believe that ball spot.
Well, home field disadvantage, right?
Looks like he's calling an audible. With the pass, and this pass is completed. Dixon makes the stop at the 22-yard line. Bennett puts the ball away, and that's his 4th pass reception so far. And this is the 15th play of this drive.
Wow, 15 plays so far. Oh,
Directing traffic.
It's been a long drive.
yes it has.
Drops back. Looking for an option. Scrambling around. Gaffney.
Yeah, made it again, I think.
Yep.
Good decision as he picks up the first.
When you get
Wow.
third and short, if there's nothing open, you have to be able to run for the first down. That's what your quarterback has to be able to do.
I just barely made it that time, though, because I think I had some speedy guys coming after me there.
Yeah, you did. That guy ran you down from behind. He actually ran you down from behind.
Yeah. Didn't do me any good to reverse that. They just reversed their shit too, right?
Off to the fullback.
Well, that's okay. You're fullback versus a linebacker.
18.
Yeah, I managed to pick up 3 here anyway.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and
Wow.
we're all tied up.
It's a bit different game than the Lifers game was.
Yeah, but as long as you keep working that clock.
And
Yeah.
we're ready to start the second quarter.
Well, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to keep the drive going, right?
They need to reach the 11-yard line to convert for the first down. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Under
Oh,
pressure.
jeez.
And he's tackled behind.
That
Wow.
guy got through there so fast, I was in the middle of the throwing motion, right?
Picks up the sack.
He'll
Yep.
make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
Need to reach the 11-yard line to convert for the first down.
Oh.
Scorpions come out in a dime package. Hutchinson goes in motion. Looking downfield, throws on the run.
Nice.
Is the guy who's there to bring him down. At the 9-yard
That's that
line.
mobility again, though, right? Because I'm able to move around.
We're in a hole here on 3rd down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first. keeps
And
the
buy
drive
enough
going.
time to be able to do that, right?
On the
Oh.
run. Interception. Big opening.
Okay, is he fast enough? Nope. Shit. I shouldn't have thrown it. I should have pulled the ball down and ran.
The defender was all over that one.
That was a great pick. He was reading the quarterback like a book.
That was stupid. That was totally my fault.
So are you trying to sprint with the A button there on defense?
No,
And it's up.
oh, yeah.
And the extra point
Yeah,
is good.
because I noticed Johnson slowed down there. You probably should
Well,
have.
you should have said something.
Well,
Ready to kick
I
this
think by
one
that
off.
time it was already too late.
Oh,
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return.
Yeah, you shouldn't have thrown that at all.
From the 6 to the 20.
okay, well.
Now you get another chance at it.
Right now, ready
Yep.
to call their first play on this drive. So they have 1st and 10 here.
Got you a decent kickoff return anyways.
Throwing on 1st down. Gets the pass off. Oh, he makes the catch anyway. Dixon makes the play at the 33. He was on the receiving end of that ball.
Soft hands like that are hard to find. This guy looks like he's a keeper.
Shields, the motion man.
Oh, it looks like Shields is back anyways.
Yep.
He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about your depleter. That's what happened there. He unloaded and he got a depleter.
Nice job buying a little bit of time and then completing the pass for the first down.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be careful on defense. He likes to open things up a little downfield, buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
Let's just not give them a chance to interrupt any lateral movement behind the line of scrimmage.
Hands it off to the fullback. You can hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now.
Oh, you even got a yard on that.
All over.
Yeah, like I'll just shove straight ahead and hope for the best, right?
Yeah, he was looking for a hole or a gap, but the defensive line sealed everything up.
The first down marker is just inside the 40.
But if I tried to run that off tackle run there and run sideways, sure as shit they'd burst somebody through the line and stop me for a couple yard loss, right?
Well, they had everything pretty shut down there anyways.
Drops back. Throwing.
Oh,
Incomplete.
come on, hang on to the
No
ball.
catch. The receiver had it slip out of his hands.
Oh,
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Scorpions come out in a nickel package. He surveys the field, gets rid of it. Perfect throw.
He caught it.
The 30.
yeah.
Diving tackle at the 19. Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary. And this is the 6th play of this drive. Inside enemy territory. So they're inside the 20. Need to get a touchdown. Dropping back to pass on first
Oh,
down.
jeez.
Down the backfield by Carroll. Great effort.
Oh, terrible pass protection.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
He sees something in the defense. Dropping back. Throwing. He finds his man.
He juggled it a little, but
Yeah.
At the 10-yard line. Bennett needed just one more block to pick up the first down, John.
Yeah, but still a great game. When you pick up yardage like that after making a catch, then your offense is doing something right.
They need 10.
I guess to juggle it and then to catch it is still better than nothing.
Yeah, well, it's good to catch it.
Gaffney with a man in motion. Looks like he's changing the play. He surveys the field. Pressure coming. He'll take off. Big pop that time.
You want someone there to tell you to watch out because he just got decked. Watch. Now, the key to this first down was the fact that the defense lost containment on the quarterback. He's out there running around, and that time it got him a first down.
Yeah, they came out and they did the same thing they did last time there.
Drops back. Throwing. He makes the catch.
That'll do it.
That will at least get that one back.
And it goes for 6. Tremendous.
That's a chance you take. It's one of those high-risk, high-reward kind of things. Line gave him just enough time. He makes a pretty good throw, and it goes for a touchdown. Great play.
Cook will attempt the extra point that would tie this game up. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. The home team have tied the game.
Well, let's see if we can get this kickoff thing worked out now.
Yep.
At least kick it to the same side of the field that I'm aiming at.
From
Looks
the
like it.
9-yard line to the 20. So the offense takes over, still trying to figure out this defense. It's 1st and 10. The corners are backing off. Johnson, the lone back. With the throw, he hits his receiver. Taylor makes the...
Yeah, all kinds of pressure coming there. Just
Newman flings that pass in there.
That's great timing between the quarterback and the receiver on that.
Well, that's how it goes, though, right?
Into the receiver right as he was coming out of his break.
Looking to run it here. Loses the defender. Number 57 makes the tackle at the 42-yard line.
Sometimes you can be a little over-aggressive on defense like you see here. He had him lined up, but he over-pursued. And he got caught out of position, and the ball carrier was able to cut back.
The defense is going to play this one very tight.
Ah, crap.
you got. Oh wow! Look at that.
Launching the pass deep down.
No, don't let him catch it.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
guys.
Looking for something downfield.
Ah.
There, though, and it's 3rd down now.
Wow.
Press coverage.
That that's bad tackling when you actually hit the quarterback in the backfield in the legs and he doesn't go down. Like, wow.
Throwing. Great pass.
Ah.
Yeah, and then we get some bad coverage there.
Yeah, well, it didn't make any difference that previous play anyway. Even if you'd have gotten the sack there, that still would have been a first down pass.
First and keeps the drive going.
Oh.
Martin comes in motion. It's the toss to the left. Taylor brings him down at the 39-yard line. And they went with a run on that play.
Yeah, sure looks like this guy's going to be involved in the offense today.
Ball on the 39-yard line. Johnson, the deep man. Dropping back. Pressure. Gets the pass off. And
Throws it in front of the zone.
Yep.
You could hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either that or he's numb all over. And that's worse.
That's 3 times on this drive they've been able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll be doing more than just picking up first downs if this success continues. They're going to be picking up some points.
They'll go from the I formation. Passing on first down. Gets away the off-balance throw. Floyd
Well, I'd say that was a pass for a loss.
Nope, they were on him like glue.
They have to get it past the 14 to convert for the first down.
Oh, now they got empty backfield going on here.
Newman goes to work with an empty backfield. Drops back. Slings it to the outside. Big hit there. He was run over by a truck.
Yeah, 2-ton truck pulling a trailer.
And again.
Watch this hit. He gets his helmet right under his chin and wham.
That's the thing about those empty backfield, you know, what I found even using it myself is for the most part,
Gets rid of it.
he tipped it to the guy.
Come on, man. That was it. That was the end of the drive. You asshole.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say, even using that empty backfield formation myself, mostly you're committing to throwing a short pass when you do that, right? Because you don't have enough protection to be able to throw anything further than about 10 yards downfield.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
However, yeah, that was pretty horrible.
Hand it off. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss.
I mean, if you're going to try for the interception there, at least knock it downward toward the ground if you don't catch it, right?
Play of this drive, and they find themselves in scoring range. Nagy moves in motion. Tosses it right.
That's good D there by that guy, whoever that is.
Floyd.
That was Floyd. That would be, I think, the strong safety on that side.
Yeah. Well, he was definitely
No, he's
very
the nickelback.
he was definitely very alert, and he reacted very quickly to that play. Well, now you just have to stop him from getting 16 yards. If you can do that, then they'll get their field goal, which they would have gotten on the previous one anyway, right?
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Dropping back. Pressure coming. Throwing. And it's caught. Seymour makes
There.
the stop at the 1-yard
Job
line.
done, right? You only stopped them short by half a yard, but at least you stopped them.
This will be a 19-yard field goal attempt. And it's on its way. The field goal attempt is good.
I still came out in coverage.
Yep. Well,
Scorpion.
like I said, I don't think it makes any difference if you put a field goal block on either.
Booming kick downfield. From the 3. To the 20.
Oh, got you out to the 25 again.
25-yard line. First and 10. He'll pass on first down. Gets rid of it. And this pass is completed. Green records the stop.
Good catch by Rotolo there.
Did a nice job creating some
Yep.
separation, enabling him to make the reception.
The defense needs to keep track of that guy a little better. He can make that kind of grab anytime.
He surveys the field, throws on the move. On the move. Anderson takes him down.
Nice.
The 40-yard line. He doesn't appear to lose anything on the ball when he throws on the run.
He may actually be better when he moves like that. He's one of those guys who's good at creating. He's good at moving around back there. And then a lot of time he'll give his receiver an extra beat that he needs to get open.
With the pass, he hits his receiver. Dixon makes the stop at the 45. Bennett is there again, always finding room when there doesn't appear to be any. 6 catches. Scorpions come out in a nickel package. Looking for a receiver. Incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Overthrown.
Third down, upcoming after the incomplete pass. And this is the 5th play of this drive. Scorpions come out in a nickel package. Calling an audible. Drops back. He's looking. Throws on the run. And the catch is made. And he ducks out of bounds at the 43.
Sure glad he caught that one.
Yep, me too.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Because he juggled it, too. Even he juggles them now and then.
Scorpions come out in a nickel package. Throwing on 1st down. Gets the pass off.
Oh, that's okay. They'll at least stop the clock.
Yeah, been really pretty rough on the pass protection in this game so far.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. With the pass, and it's complete. Number 59 punishes the ball carrier at the 36-yard line. Gaffney will be facing a 3rd down now after that pass, and that's 6. And this is the 8th play of this drive. So they need about 3 here. Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. Drops back. He surveys the field with the throw. He hits his receiver. St. Louis calls a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Under a yard to go.
Jeez, I don't have any time now.
The play now. The lineup of 6 defensive backs.
Trailer.
With the pass. And he hits his
Call a timeout.
Green. Gaffney stops the clock there.
And watch how they get out of a jam. They're looking at a 4th and long situation.
Well, at that point, I figured, you know what? We're too far away to kick a field goal.
And he gets it past the marker.
So might as well go for it on 4th down and see if we can make it, right?
Yep.
Passing on 1st down. Throwing on the run. Great pass. Great move. And
Wow, look at that. He even got out of bounds.
Hey, he's a key player, right?
The 1st down marker is just inside the 13. Looks like he's calling an audible. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Gaffney wanted some time to sort things out. Great throw on the move, John.
I'll tell you, he might be even more dangerous on the run than he is when he stands back there in the pocket.
9 yards, they'll be in the end zone. Johnson in motion. Drops back, looking downfield.
Yeah.
Rolling right.
There's not much I can do. They played like press coverage.
Yeah. Just run the clock and then call your timeout.
Yeah.
Gaffney stops the clock with that timeout.
I guess I could have tried not to lose as many yards, but
It is what it is. At least you didn't fumble it.
And it's up. The veteran kicks it through.
No problem for him.
well, at halftime we're tied.
Yeah, it's just like the first quarter never happened. And the second quarter never happened. The first half never happened.
Yep. Well,
Shall we go for the halftime stretch?
I don't really need to.
Oh, how about I gotta get my refill?
All right. We will.
Let's get back to the action.
And we're back.
Yes, and we get the ball for the second half.
Second half of play.
And so far, statistically, we've had quite an advantage. It was just that one bad pass that I threw
And he signals for the fair
that
catch.
cost us a touchdown, right?
You don't
Yep.
see that very often on a kickoff.
No, usually you'll
Otherwise,
see a fair catch
we'd
at the
be,
front because the coverage gets there so quickly.
Well, if not comfortably in the lead, at least we would have a lead, right?
So they have 1st and 10 here. The home team.
Man,
Very little
look at this.
success throwing on 1st down, but despite that, they've managed to stay in this game to this point.
The defense is not letting them have any easy ones.
Throwing, and he makes the grab. Dives and brings him down at the 27. So they need about 3 here.
Well, he's caught a few passes today.
Yeah, quite a few. As opposed to dropping that many.
Yeah.
Looking for room. Big pop that time.
Boom! Now that is big-time football.
Solid yardage on that run.
Nothing fancy either. He just goes right at the defense to move those chains.
Calling an audible now. Passing on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Off target, but he goes down to make the catch. He's over the 200-yard mark with that pass.
Well, you're definitely a passing offense.
Well, I don't have much choice, really.
Well, especially with the way these guys play defense.
Calling an audible. Gaffney sends a man in motion.
And even if they don't, I mean, I'm counting on that extremely weak right side of the offensive line to hold that one player off, right?
Hand off to the tailback. Number 59 brings him down at the
They actually let
47.
someone through the middle there.
Going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy
By the looks
seems
of
to
it.
get stronger every time he touches the ball.
5th play of this drive, and they need about 9. Scorpions come out in a nickel package. With the pass, off target. Oh, he makes the catch anyway. Collins is doing a good job finding the open area in the coverage, and that's his 3rd catch. And this is the 6th play of this drive. Ball right around midfield. The defense lines up in the nickel. With the throw, and it's caught. Gaffney has been perfect on this drive.
Yeah, what happens? You get into a rhythm. The way this guy's throwing, he's going to stay in that rhythm until the defense knocks him out.
Well, you're marching.
Well, I managed to make a 1st down anyway.
Calling an audible. Looking for a receiver. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Green records the stop at the 40-yard line. Solo makes the
Now,
catch
2nd and
for
6 is easier to make than
83
2nd and 10.
yards.
Yep.
He sees something in the defense. Get it again. Langham records the tackle at the 37. They tried to move the ball on the ground.
A running attack that is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
Ninth play of this drive. A little over 4 to go. The defense has had difficulty stopping them on 3rd down. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Drops back. Closing in.
Crap.
Incomplete. The quarterback was hit just as he was releasing the pass.
Yeah, he had a big arm come in right there at the last second.
And this is the 10th play of this drive.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that reaction from the
Yeah,
crowd.
really, eh?
Come on, you guys usually love this stuff.
Edwards in motion. With the pass, breaking free. With the adjustment.
Turns
now
out that
they're
was
happy.
turns out that was a good move, eh?
Wow.
Watch how they get it done when the pressure's on. It's 4th down. They just call it great play.
They could have shown you a bit more appreciation when you came out and decided to try the extra. Wow.
Well, the thing is that from there, again, like it's... If I punt and it goes in the end zone or something equally stupid like that, well, then I'm not any further ahead
Gaffney with a man in motion.
than I would be if I went for it and didn't make it, right?
Going to the air on 1st down. Steps up, buying time. He has some room. Jackson
Oh,
at the 1
I don't know about that spot.
Yeah, well, you know.
Down the field, but it works.
Yeah, he's a quarterback, but on that one, he looked more like a running back.
They can still pick up the first without scoring here.
Actually, I think I'm the leading rusher on the team right now.
Okay, 80, you just got to chip that linebacker.
To the left, looking upfield. So he puts his head down and punches it in for the score.
Yep, he just lowered his shoulders and got the short yardage that they needed.
They'll get set for the extra point.
Yeah, it's amazing the difference in quarterbacks because a quarterback like, say, Bo Jenkins that we have with the Crusaders who's got about 65 or 66 speed, and he can move around in the pocket a little bit and that kind of thing. But this guy who's only got like 5 or 6 more speed points is a rushing threat,
Yeah.
right? You know, it's amazing the difference that just a few points makes.
From the 10-yard line. St. Louis, he's down by 1 touchdown. So they have 1st and 10 here.
That being said, I really, really hope that he doesn't get injured while I'm doing that.
They're
But
having no success.
All you can do
running
is
on
do your
1st down.
best.
Stuff like a turkey. I mean, less than 2 yards isn't very good.
Great pass. Taylor with the tackle at the 30.
Well, that wasn't much of a strong tackle, that's for damn sure.
no, that was sort of grab and hold on for dear life, and you know, you both just happened to fall down.
You know, he actually gave him another 2 yards after that.
Yeah. Hey, at least he tackled him.
They line up in the I formation. Newman with a man in motion. Pressure with the pass.
Oh,
This one falls incomplete. Great effort up front to put the pressure on.
And you'll see that kind of thing out of these guys a lot. They're big and they're strong and they're fast. Opposing offensive lines sure have their hands full when they get out in this field.
Newman using split backs.
Both running backs into the block.
that's okay. Incomplete pass.
Floyd.
Because of some good quality pass defense.
Yeah. They don't always tip it to an opposing player, I guess, hey?
And when they don't, it's because they're hitting him instead.
Here's the kick. Fair catch.
Well, that was not a very good punt.
No, but what can you do?
It's 1st and 10. They've been very effective, John, running on 1st down, and that's helped them grab the lead.
The offensive line has given the runners some good holes today.
Gets the pass off, and it's caught. Jackson makes the tackle at the 42. Excellent gain on 1st down.
These guys are just out there playing a little pitch and catch. Make it look easy.
They have to get the ball inside the 42 to convert.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for it here.
On the call.
See that? You should be able to make inches against a 4-3 defense.
Oh, that's okay. You got us another chance at it, though.
Yeah, I know, but I feel now like I have to throw a pass, though, right?
Just because they stop you once, you give up so easy.
They have to get the ball inside the 42 to convert. And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on 3rd down.
They audible to a nickel there.
Drops back. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Trailer just squeaks by the 1st down mark.
Because I don't have to punch my way through an impenetrable defensive line when I drop back to throw a pass.
The home team have not been very successful throwing on 1st down, but they still have the lead.
Yeah, somehow they've managed to overcome that problem.
Throwing on 1st down with the throw. Great pass. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 34. Another great catch.
I mean, what do they consider successful on 1st down?
Hey, I'm happy with 4 yards.
29-yard line.
That's why they have me asking.
I mean, that's basically like a run, right? It's like a successful run play, so yeah, I'm good with it.
With the pass, and this pass is completed. Diving tackle to bring him down. Gaffney gunned the pass to his receiver.
Yeah, great job of holding on to him. That one had steam coming on.
They put up some very gaudy numbers rushing on 1st down.
Yeah, when you have 7 or 8 yards on 1st down, you're having a pretty good game.
Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Throwing. The pass comes in low, but he has it. Lake pulls him down at the 11. They'll move the sticks with that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
Tolo, the man in motion. Handed off to the back. Johnson couldn't escape the pursuit and was cut down quickly.
These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
Johnson moves in motion. He's looking. Gets the pass.
Good job seeing Hutchinson over the middle.
I just saw him at the last second.
2-yard line. The quarterback really let loose with that throw.
That pass was really gunned in there. The receiver did a nice job of just hanging on to it.
So it's 3rd down, and they could actually get a 1st down without getting a touchdown.
Consistent success on 3rd down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
Toss play to the right. Go back handoff.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard, and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
I wasn't sure I was going to make it there for a second, because that didn't start off well.
Ah, you got it.
And it's on its way, and he hacks on the extra point. That's 17 unanswered points.
They just can't seem to stop him.
The home team ready to kick this one off. Nice kick and returnable. From the 9-yard line to the 20.
All right.
This team is going to have to focus a lot more than they did in the first half if they're going to come back.
First and 10. Rushing on first down has not worked out for them today. Less than a 2-yard per carry average.
Which is one reason why they find themselves on the short.
Okay. That looked terrible, but it still worked out.
They just blanketed the receivers downfield.
Yeah, well, there was all kinds of block sucking and weird shit going on there, and it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Can't take the sack and lose yardage like that.
You better watch you're not offside there with
They're
Joyce.
trying to spread out the defense with 5 wide receivers. With the throw, and he makes the grab. Ball stops him at the 28. Caught the pass but didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting a quick end to completion.
It's 3rd down and 6 to go. The corners playing off a bit. They've done very well on 3rd down to this point. Drops back. Under pressure. Gets the pass
Oh,
off.
wow.
Nearly intercepted.
Just hit that guy right in the hand.
Forces
Yep.
the ball in there.
That one looked like it slipped out of his hand a little bit while he was winding up to throw it.
It's
But
almost
that's
like
okay.
your mixed coverages are confusing them a little or something, right?
Maybe that is it. But,
Because-
you know, he's
because-
just dropping back in a hook zone.
Yeah, that's a lineman dropping back in a hook zone, right?
Yeah, well, defensive end, because normally this is derived out of a 3-3 nickel type scheme.
Yeah.
It hit him in the hand.
Yeah.
But he's Tiki Love. He's our star defensive end. And normally that I'd run that play from a 3-3 nickel type scheme.
And that would be a linebacker? Or?
Yeah, that would be a linebacker. But because I've been running that scheme out of this formation instead, like my 4-2 nickel, then I use the defensive ends out there to cover because they're just a little quicker than the defensive tackles, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's why that formation uses the defensive ends by default, just because they're a little quicker.
They've had a lot of success rushing on first down, John, averaging over 8 yards per carry.
Now, the defense is getting pushed around a little out there. The score kind of indicates it.
Big tackle there.
Well, I think there was no blocking there.
You can say that again. He knows how to prepare, and it really pays off when you make stops like that.
It's 2nd down and a long way to go. Completed 3/4 of play, and the score is 24-10. The home team are up by 2 scores and start this 4th quarter with possession. 2nd and long coming up here. Johnson in motion. Dropping back, surveying the field, on the move.
Wow, nice. Oh,
Okay,
I don't know
I
about
am
that.
going to challenge that.
The coach has decided to take advantage of his ability to challenge a bad call right here.
Yeah, the NFL wanted to make sure that there was never any
1, 2.
call to determine a winner and loser at the end
I
of the
think
game.
that's a catch.
That's why they
See,
put
he's
the
got
rule.
one there.
I don't know, unless they transitioned him into that
Yeah.
animation there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, I don't know about this game, but in the real world, if a receiver is pushed out of bounds, then it still counts as a catch.
So the challenge goes for naught.
Hey, he thought they'd missed
Right.
the ball. So he used his challenge to give him another chance to look at it. As it turns out, he was the guy that missed the ball.
I don't know. I think I got screwed on that one.
You're running out of time now.
Here is a 3rd and long situation. The defense lines up in the nickel. Johnson, the motion man. Looks like he's calling an audible. He's looking, rolling out to his right.
And then he dropped that one.
He just dropped that pass.
And the receiver just dropped it. I was watching him in practice the other day, and he didn't miss a ball. Looks like he just took his eye off that.
3 plays, it lost yardage. Here comes the punter. Here's the kick. From the 23.
There you go.
He had a nice return on that punt.
And no matter how good a punt is, it doesn't mean anything if your team can't stop
I was trying to
the
kick
return.
it out of bounds, but I guess I didn't quite aim it far enough or something.
Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. 35 is still a decent place for me to start from.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Johnson. Love.
He just cut right back.
At the 39.
I went in the direction of the handoff, and he just cut straight back.
That's
One
okay.
of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Scorpions line up in a 5 receiver
Yeah.
set. The offensive line couldn't keep him out of the backfield.
And as a result, the quarterback is flat on the back.
Oh, look at this. They're going to go empty again.
They'll be facing
That's
a
'cause they
long
love
3rd
pain.
down play here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
you
that's
never know.
freeboard.
Maybe this time they'll get a chance to...
Scorpions line up in a 5
Yeah,
receiver
see
set
that?
this time. Number
Well, the thing that
57,
drives me nuts,
Johnson.
though, too, is we've got that guy in the deep zone sitting there watching. He just doesn't seem to be able to move up.
We'll go back
All right.
to the play on the field.
And even
Yeah.
when you press the coverage, they just can't... I
Yeah,
can't seem to
your
get
best-
them to move close enough.
Your best hope is to jam them at the line and hold them up long enough so that your pass rush can actually get there and disrupt it, right?
Well, I had the jam coverage called there. We just didn't jam anybody.
The corners
Yeah.
are backing off. They'll pass on 1st down. Gets rid of it. No completion there. They dropped additional people into the secondary, but still generated an excellent
See,
pass
with
rush.
that drop pass that I had on 3rd down there, now they're going to try and build a comeback, right?
Then you don't have to blitz as often, giving you the ability to double cover an opponent's best receiver.
Throwing. Incomplete pass.
I don't think that guy was even covering that guy. He just happened to be in that area.
Almost got to him.
I
Yeah.
don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing, this defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. They'll go from the I formation. Drops back, gets rid of it.
Oh.
Nagy catches a floater for the 1st down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes that are sure 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside. Johnson, the lone back, again in the run.
Oh, Tiki Love there just got suction blocked.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stop at the 29. And that game will get them a fresh
It
set
looked
of
like you
downs.
had him cut off, and then suddenly
Marker that time.
he just moves sideways away from the play, right?
Yeah, this was,
Yeah,
wow, that's a hell of a suction block.
yeah. That was a cut block where they were so far apart that I don't see how he even managed to make contact.
Gets set with only one back behind him. Falk is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 24. Gain of 5 on the play. They'll get a 1st down if they can move the ball inside the 19-yard line. The corners are moving up to press the receivers. Drops back, pressure coming.
Oh, again!
Gets rid of it.
Oh, well, at least they had the decency to have an incomplete pass after that. Wow.
Got there, and it popped loose.
But he saw the receiver hauling it in, and then boom, he pops him, and it ends up incomplete.
This is the 10th
Yeah, it's just
play
one of
this
those
drive.
things that drive you nuts, right?
Yep. I don't know. For a quarterback, that guy must be a really strong runner.
Closing in. Backfield by number 51. Great downfield coverage that time, John.
Oh, they're going to go on fourth down now.
Give your receivers a chance to make a play. You just can't take a sack in a situation.
They're going to try anyways.
They'll get a first down if they can move the ball inside the 19-yard line. They're in a tough spot here, but they have to go.
Hey, look at that. You got that guy through the middle.
Right on.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a rare middle linebacker sack.
Yeah, well, look at this, though. See, when you cheat it over here, like normally you stand about here, right? And you engage this guy, but you cheat it over, and you actually engage the tackle. And this guy...
The man coverage guy on the fullback.
He joins the pass rush because his man stays back. And he just happens to eat up the guard, and then that linebacker can slip through there.
Yep.
And this guy's frozen because there's actually a guy coming around the outside too, right?
You know, the only reason I even cheated over is just because I wanted to engage that guard at a particular angle in order to be able to rush directly into the backfield. Because sometimes when you engage them and you try to push past them, you end up pushing to the outside.
Yeah.
So by moving myself one step to the outside, I'm ensuring that I'm going to push him to the inside and try to get past him and get to the quarterback.
Hands off to the tailback. Big hit there. He was run over by a truck.
Yeah, two-ton truck pulling a trailer.
4-yard gain on the play.
Well, anyway, that was a very, very nice defensive play that was at a very good time.
Gaffney sends a man in motion. Dropping back. He surveys the field, hits the pass.
Okay.
I think that's about as good as you could hope for there.
Yeah, well, see, what happened that spoiled that is that he's playing that flat zone there again, right?
Yep.
And he jams this guy.
Yep.
And it basically spoils both of these routes. So.
And welcome back. Here are the numbers when it comes to third down conversions.
Third down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep three things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Looking for a receiver.
Oh, come on!
Short pass off
That's
the mark.
Hutchinson, too.
Now fourth down.
Oh, come on. That's so cheaty. Man, oh man.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt.
That's okay. This looks like a good punt.
Here's the punt.
Yeah, that one's going to go out of bounds inside the 20.
Goes out of bounds.
That's 2 drives in a row that have been stopped by drop passes.
So they have first and 10 here. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. Johnson, the deep back. Nagy goes in motion. Throwing with the catch. The 30. Taylor makes the stop at the 36-yard line. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
Ball on their own 36. Giving some cushion on the outside. Passing on first down. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver.
Tries to spin the safety there. Did you see that?
Yep.
49-yard line.
That's okay. All he did was run backward a couple of yards, right?
They're getting it done by seeing the whole field and taking what the defense gives them.
The corners playing off a bit. They line up in the I formation. Toss play to the left. Pulls them over.
He put on a show of acrobatics there, but it didn't help any.
Nope.
This line has to do a better job of holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole. But he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
Dropping back, steps up. Great play in the backfield by number 51. The offensive line is just getting manhandled out there. That's sack number 5.
Wow.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. They'll go from the I formation. Under pressure. Throws it. The pass ball's incomplete. That touch pass.
Well, they're going to go on 4th and 14. Wow.
I'm just saying. He just made the wrong choice.
6th play of this drive. They'll play things tighter on the outside. Well, it's really not much of a decision here. They have to go for it. Throwing.
Oh, don't go for it, man.
Oh.
At the 38-yard line.
Wow. You know what? If there was another player anywhere close to being as good as that guy, you bench that guy for doing that. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because all you got to do is just let that receiver catch the ball and then pull him down, right?
Hand off to the tailback. Number 51 with the stop at the 36. Gain of 2. And this is the 8th play.
Yeah, the mathematical chances of them successfully converting a 4th and 14, I can't even begin to calculate how unlikely that is.
You know, the guy just basically gave it to him, and he gave up on that play.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad that was out of bounds.
Yeah, luckily it was out of bounds.
Pick up a few yards. Maybe he should have done that.
9th play of this drive. The corners are moving up to press the receivers. Quarterback back in the shotgun. He surveys.
Yeah.
And he's brought down in the backfield by number 51.
Hey, you know what? They're going to go again probably, so you haven't stopped them yet.
Yeah.
It's 4th and 14.
Of course it is.
I don't know, put the prevent on and try and have blanket coverage down there or something.
28 to convert for the first down. The defense is going to play this one very tight.
Because it's crazy. All you need to do is make him catch the ball in front of you.
4th and long here. They're going to go for it. Slings it to the outside. Runs
Yeah.
for the tackle. Floyd with the stop at the 38-yard line. The offense turns the ball over on down.
Yeah, but now you almost have to try for it. When you talk about 4th down situations, this is what you're talking about.
Oh.
Of course,
Excuse
now
you.
they give the ball back.
Well, I don't care how many guys they got on the line. I'm running the ball.
Hand it off to the fullback. Smith pulls him down at the 41-yard line. So a pickup of maybe 3.
Yeah, now is definitely the time to work the clock. It's always time to work the clock with us. That's all we ever do.
Yep. Yeah, we work that clock. Well, you have to because the AI runs a play absolutely as fast as they can, right?
Yep.
If we didn't use the accelerated clock,
They'd run 80, 90 plays a game.
they'd run 80 or 90 plays a game, right?
Couldn't even get out of the backfield.
This defense is extremely active and effective up front. They do a good job of getting upfield quickly, creating havoc in the backfield. Misdirection plays and draws can be a good way to use their speed and aggressiveness against them.
Gaffney with a man.
Must be time for a 3rd down drop again, hey?
Probably.
He's looking. Throws this one.
Oh, he caught it.
He hits his receiver. Anderson is the guy.
For a yard.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Well, that'll make the punt easier, I guess.
Well, at least I can take some more time off the clock.
Now here's the punt unit as the defense forces a 3-and-out. This one is shallow and short. And it takes
Oh, look at that!
Well, that's the
Oh,
ball.
that's a
That's the
touchdown.
ball game right there.
The 10.
What a moron.
A sensational punt return for the touchdown.
Punt return for a touchdown.
Fuck. Oh, that would be so funny if that counted as one.
Well, that's the ball game right there. It was getting a little tense there for a while, but
in for the extra point. The kick is up. The point after
The best offense is the punter's leg.
Yep.
They've really been playing some good football lately. They finally seem to have it
That's
all
how you
put
know it's a
together.
cupcake game.
Huh. Well, except that these guys aren't a cupcake team, but
No, but we are.
Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 6 to the 20.
No, look, they're going to get a holding penalty.
Yeah.
Down the field. It's 1st and 10. The corners playing back.
yeah, pretty much all you got to do now is play man under and a big cushion, right?
He tucks it away.
Well, I mean, I'll try anyways.
Stops him at the 31. Picked up
Well,
9
thing
on the
is, if they run the ball 10 times, you know, like it's going to take them 2.5 minutes to do that, right?
Coming up. Backing off. Pressure coming. Throws it. Drops the interception. Almost a big turnover.
He wasn't going to catch it.
No, but he served his purpose because he knocked that pass down, right?
That's right. Him and his, let's see here. How high did this man jump here? What's his jump height?
Almost nothing.
Yeah, but he's tall, damn it, because he's a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm. That's almost senior citizen jump height.
Newman goes to work with an empty back.
I have artificial knees, and I'm a senior citizen, and I could probably jump higher than that.
Cornerback is able to tip it
Yeah,
away
well,
from
you
the
know.
intended receiver.
At least he got the job done.
The ball will come down and when to make his move.
Well, they're gonna go on 4th down again, hey?
Changing things up along the defensive front. Going to the left. Again, look at the call. And he barely got enough.
Damn.
That's okay. Forcing them to run for a 2-yard gain at this time, at this point in the game, is still a good thing,
So they
right?
have 1st and 10 here. The corners are giving
You
a
know,
bit of a
they took
cushion.
the better part of a minute off the clock just to gain 2 yards.
Newman with split backs. Closing in with the throw.
But yeah, if it wasn't for the accelerated clock, I mean, that's why we play the accelerated clock, because these guys would be snapping the ball basically about every 5 seconds
Yeah,
on the game clock,
pretty
literally.
much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's like hurry up offense
The quarterback
24/7.
lines up with 2 options behind him. Dropping back. Gets rid of it.
He's just faster than that coverage guy.
Records the tackle.
Badly.
44-yard line.
Yeah, well, that coverage guy didn't seem like he was very aware either. You know, he didn't stick a hand up or anything like that.
It's 1st and 10.
But that's okay. We have a 3-touchdown lead, so I think we're going to be okay.
Wow, how did he catch that?
I don't know.
Pick up a 2nd consecutive 1st down.
Well, when you start to establish something, you want to keep it going until the defense finds a way to stop you.
They won't be able to get this play off before the
Ball on
2-minute warning.
31-yard line. 8th play of this drive. 2-minute warning coming up. Ball on the 31-yard line. Going to the air on 1st down. With the pass, and this pass is complete.
Well, I got a hit on him, but I was too slow to get there.
Down at the 18.
Yeah.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Passing on 1st down. Gets the pass off. Dumps this
Go,
one
man
off.
coverage guy, go.
There, he was run over
Yep.
by a truck.
Made the stop.
Truck pulling a trailer.
The corners move up to play this one tight. Pressure, throws it out over to the left.
Holy crap, that was bad coverage.
Yeah, luckily it was a bad throw, too. Like, that was really low.
coverage on the outside. The quarterback is back in the shotgun. Drops back, looking for an option. Under pressure with the pass.
Wow, he's standing right there with that defender right at his feet, hey?
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Don't you know how to trip people from the ground? Take a little judo. Or some Brazilian jiu-jitsu or something, man.
Yeah, there you go. We'll have a sign posted in the locker room explaining how everyone is going to participate in mandatory jiu-jitsu lessons.
That's right, yeah.
There's no hesitation here. They're going to go for it. He sees something in the defense. Pressure coming. Looks to the end zone. This pass
Well, you turned them away again.
Yep.
You know what? If you take away that interception for a touchdown that I gave up, you only allowed 3 points in this game.
Yeah, it was a good game, this game. Excuse you.
Yeah. I am so full.
Johnson. Jackson.
Hey, you had a big lunch and a big supper.
Yep, I did. I was still kind of full from lunch when we had supper, actually.
2nd and 4 coming up here. Scorpions come out in a nickel package.
Well, I think we can probably start celebrating our 2nd win.
Fullback handoff. Carroll with the tackle at the 21-yard line. Gain of 2.
You'll have to run one more play.
It's 3rd down, 2 to go.
Yep, I guess I will.
The offense has been stepping it up on 3rd down all day.
Looks like he's changing the play. Solo.
Of course.
Oh, man.
Not that it's going to mean anything, but, you know.
Wow. It's in the game.
Joining us for this
Yep.
EA Sports matchup. John Madden, Jill Arrington, this is Al Michaels.
Well, when you think about it, I could have been kneeling and all that kind of stuff too, but, you know, it's all about the progression points too, right?
Well, there's also always the chance that they could get somebody through the line and hit you while you're kneeling. That happened once before.
Yes, it did, actually. Anyway, well, you know what? This game actually, I think, was closer than the score would indicate because that mishandled punt kind of, you know, like...
Fudged it up a little?
Yeah, well, basically it changed the course of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you were playing pretty tough defense, but still. So we managed 67 yards on the ground. Wow. And 270 yards passing.
Slow day for you.
Yep. Well, I had a tough time out there today. That being said, still managed to dominate the time of possession because...
Well, and that's key to winning games.
Well, and you know what? Even on that drive where I threw that pick six, I still had like a 14-play drive or something going
15
there.
15 plays,
right?
yeah. 15 so far.
Yeah. Like, so it was pretty crazy.
Probably would have been like an 18 or 20 play drive if you'd have held on to it.
But anyway, I still managed to get a quarterback rating of 92 with 1 touchdown, 1 interception, completed 79% of my passes. Got sacked 3 times. And look at that, rushing. Benjamin Gaffney leads the team in rushing, 4 carries for 28 yards. And then Rotolo, the fullback, actually, I gave the ball to him quite a bit. See, the running backs, I wasn't able to get any success running the ball to speak of with them anyway, right?
Yep.
You know, even when I did run with them. So, basically we're a pass first team in this one. And we had a few guys with quite a few catches here too. And there's one touchdown pass and 4 drops, but only 4 drops, which is not bad actually, except that 2 of those were at extremely bad time too, right? Like just about the worst possible time that you could choose to drop a pass.
Yep.
And there's our right tackle still struggling, right? Gave up 2 of those sacks. Well, it looks like Vince Freeborg now has 13 sacks in his first 2 games.
Good.
Wow. Yeah, and then the other left outside linebacker, Cardi, got one too. So you sacked them 6 times.
Of course, we did miss one, but I guess it's fine.
And you had 6, 7 pass deflections. And a fumble recovery.
Yeah, including a pass deflection for a catch.
Look at that. That was the backup left outside linebacker that got that one too.
Yep.
He's probably on the field in your prevent, right?
That's right, yep.
Yeah, I'll bet you he's the guy that came through the middle and got that sack.
He was, yep.
Yeah. And he also scored a defensive touchdown. Wow. He might be player of the game. So we kicked 1 field goal.
Are you sure about that? I mean, there's always quarterback check.
Yeah, I know, but didn't have all that good a game today, right? I'm going to go with linebacker Cardi because he scored a defensive touchdown and he got a sack. Right? That's what I'm going to say.
Or Freeborg with his 5 sacks.
See, Newman there, he had a 74 quarterback rating and he completed 56% of his passes.
For no touchdowns.
No touchdowns, no interceptions. They didn't do much better at running than we did. Right? The little bit that they did run.
Yep.
And they only had, they had 5 drop passes in, 40 pass attempts or something? Yeah, 39 pass attempts. And, they had, their middle linebacker had lots of tackles and a sack, and right outside linebacker. And 5 tackles for a loss. 3 sacks. And then it was the left outside linebacker that for some reason I just couldn't catch him, right? And then he also had a fumble recovery by the looks of it. He recovered that fumble at the end of the game too.
Yep.
So there, it smarts a little bit to give up a defensive touchdown, but what can you do? Let's see let's see if I'm right. Hey, see that?
Wow, look at you.
I'm right. If you're on defense and you score a defensive touchdown...
Well, he also got 3 tackles.
Yeah, it goes a long ways toward making you the player of the game, right?
Apparently.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Anytime a defensive player scores a touchdown, they have a very good chance of being named player of the game. But anyway, we managed to pull off a bit of an upset there, I guess. And to tell you the truth, at halftime and even well into the 3rd quarter, I had my doubts as to whether we were going to be able to pull this one out. But
well, I'm glad that we did, though.
Yeah, well, like I said, that mishandled punt just completely changed everything, right? It was, I would say, the turning point in the game, because they were pressing, and you were spending more and more time on the field there in the second half. And sooner or later, they would have gotten a touchdown, and then they would have been only within 1 touchdown.
Yep, and they might have even gone for 2 to make it so.
And then the next thing you know, they've got that touchdown, and the game's tied, right? So, anyway. I guess that's it for this week. So the Magicians so far are out of the gate fast with 2-0.
Yep.
Although the game against the Scorpions was much more hard-fought game than, the game against the Lifers was.
I found it to be an enjoyable game. I didn't think they gave me too much trouble, but they were still fun to play against.
Yeah. Well, defensively, you did very well. I will say that. On offense, I'm finding that it is a bit more of a struggle.
Yep.
But anyway, I guess we'll see how we do next time. See if we can stretch our streak to 3-0.
Indeed.
Until then,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.